Hi guys, Sarah here, and welcome to Novel Expectations. Today I'm coming to you with my 7th weekly wrap-up of 2016. So let's start off with a challenge update. So, for my Goodreads challenge, it's currently showing that I am on track, so that's great. For the 2016 A to Z author and 2016 A to Z title challenges, I'm still at 8 out of 26 for both of those. For my How Many Pages challenge, I've now hit 3,006 pages out of 25,000 pages read for the year, and that's 12%, so that's not too shabby. For the Jelly Belly Jelly Beans challenge, I still have not finished any flavors yet, so. I only actually finished one book this week, and that book was Safe in Noah's Arms by Mary Sullivan. This book was published in 2015, and it is a Harlequin super romance novel, and I gave it 2 stars. I had a very hard time finishing this book, very hard time finishing it. There was more than once that I actually debated just not finishing it. I ended up flipping, like, quite quickly and skimming the pages for the last so many chapters. The story was pretty much about a woman, whose name I cannot recall right now. Monica? Monica. And Noah is the guy. And she goes out one night drinking. She's mourning the loss of her husband. He died a number of years ago, I think, in Afghanistan. She goes out drinking, makes a poor decision, and gets behind the wheel of her car, ends up hitting Noah, breaks his arm. He works on a farm that feeds needy, grows vegetables to feed needy people, and she has to do 200 hours of community service at his farm to help him out. All well and good. My issue with the book, I really liked the premise, and it sounded really interesting. My issue with the book is it became very preachy. It's like the author was trying to push her own environmental ideals off through her characters, and if I'm going to read a book, I don't like to be preached at. And it was talking about, the horrors of nail polish and, not eating organic and all this stuff. And I just thought there was no reason to have it in the book. The character Noah, who was the one saying these things, he can have his views because he's a character. You can write him any way you want to. But don't make it sound like you're preaching to your audience. Does that make sense? The other thing that really bothered me, there was this whole subplot of Monica having this twin sister that came out of nowhere, and how Monica's father is very wealthy and the sister's trying to get money. It totally just came out of left field. To me, those are 2 completely separate stories. And I feel that the author felt that the original story was too weak to hold up, so had to add in this second little bit for whatever reason. It was kind of weird. I didn't really care for it. I would not recommend this book. And that's disappointing because I've read Mary Sullivan before and I liked her. I liked the Harlequin romance line. This one just happened to be a dud. So what am I currently reading? I'm still currently reading The Time Traveler's Guide to Medieval England by Ian Mortimer. I'll be reading this for probably the rest of the year. I'm having such a hard time with it. I don't know why. I just don't think to pick it up. I think that's my issue. I think I need to leave it on my bedside table at all times and try and read 10 or 15 pages a night. I think that's how I'm going to do this. But yeah, it's just because it's so much information. I don't know, maybe I'm finding it overwhelming. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. And I know when I'm done it, I'm going to probably give it 4 or 5 stars. It's just a slow read for me. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe it just means that it takes more for me to take all the information in. So what I'm currently listening to is Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. I've got this on Audible. I'm about 35% of the way through it. For those of you who've seen the movie and or read the book, I'm at the siege, when they sieged Atlanta in the war. So that's how far I am now. Mellie's about to have the baby. I'm not giving away any spoilers for those of you who have read the book, or for those of you who haven't read the book. This is such an epic novel that this is just such a small part of it, but that's where I am now for anyone who's curious. And last but not least, I am reading Runaway Lone Star Bride by Kathy Gillian Thacker. This one's really cute so far. I'm about 25% of the way through it. I just started it yesterday or the day before. And it is about a woman who was having a double wedding with her twin sister, separate grooms, which, that's done all the time. And she runs away from her wedding. And Hart is the guy's name, the hero's name. His family runs this wedding ranch, which is where the sisters were getting married. The sister in the story is named Maggie. And she runs away from the wedding. Well, they have a thing for each other. He takes off, she does whatever, they don't see each other for 2 years, and then suddenly he comes back to talk to his parents about something very important, finds her still working, she's actually now working at this wedding resort thing, and he now has a son. So let the hijinks begin, essentially. Like I said, so far it's cute. It's not anything that takes major brain power. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So anyway, guys, have you read any of these books, and what did you think about them? Or what are you reading this week? I'd love to know. Please post in the comments below, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!